Hey guys, I'm back with my next lesson. So I have 9-8, which I would say it's more like continuation of solving right triangle problems. So it's more like real life application. So you will see word problems in this section. But first, let me show you another normal problem, normal example. It's not a word problem. So like what I see is I have A, side length A is 25 centimeter. Side length C is 35 centimeter. So you need to solve this right triangle. Means we are solving for rest of the stuff. So what I would do is first I would just draw this out. I hope you remember how to label every single one. So C, uppercase C would be my right angle. And side across would be lowercase c. Angle A and B over here. And angle A up here, so side across would be lowercase a. Angle B here, so side across is B. So angle A and B is missing. Oh, this is already there. So C is also missing. So, oh no, it is there. So it's there. So let me erase that and put a number for that. Okay, so C is 35, which is the hypotenuse of this. A is 25, and we're solving for the rest of the stuff. First thing, since I already have these two side lengths given, so what I could do is I could just use Pythagorean theorem. Oh, this is B and C square. So let's plug everything in. So C is the hypotenuse, which would go on the right side of this equation. A is 25 squared, B is missing. So let's just solve for this. And if you put everything in your calculator and take square root at the end, so B would be equal to 24.5. So I already know B is equal to 24.5. Now, time to solve for any of the angles like angle A or angle B. So here's the thing you could do. Since we know all three sides, so it doesn't matter what ratio you pick. So I would say sine would be the easiest one. So then decide what angle you want to start off with. Let's say I have decided to solve for angle B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the ratio. So sine of angle B, since it's sine, so I got to look at opposite side, which is 24.5, and then divide by the hypotenuse, which is 35. Here you go. This time for this trig function, you do have the ratio, but angle is missing. So this is where we take inverse of this ratio. And if you remember, inverse is when you do -1 of the function itself. So type it in your calculator so you can hit second or shift first and then hit sign key and then type in the fraction. So I have 24.5 divided by 35. If you take inverse of that, I already typed it in and I ended up getting 44.42. So this is going to be angle B. In order to find the other angle, you could use another inverse ratio or equation. You could do that. Or I guess the easier way to do is I would just take away this angle from 90 and my answer would be 45.57. Here you go. So that's the last one. Okay, now I have one word problem here. So if you want to follow along, you can go to page number 619 on your textbook, and I'm looking at problem number 45. Again, please, I really recommend you open your textbook and look at that problem. So let's follow along. 45. I have a helper here, would like to read this for me. Thank you, Harjis. Go ahead.
Distance between ships.
hmm
An observer in a lighthouse 350 feet above sea level observes two ships directly offshore.
hmm
The angles of
Depression.
depression to the ships are
4%, 4
4 point,
degree
4 degrees
and
and 6.5 degrees. Uh, how far apart are the ships?
thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. All right, now you can go. So first thing I gotta look at, okay, so this lighthouse is 350 feet tall. So basically, I can just draw it out from the picture. This is the normal eye level from this height. So when someone look down, so this is where the first ship is, and this is where the second ship is. If someone look from this height and look at this ship, so the angle of depression at this point is 4 degrees. And if you look at the other ship, which is down here, the angle of depression is 6.5. And my question to you guys is to find this distance. So how far apart are the ships? Okay, how to do that? So first thing what I would do is I'll try making right triangle in here. So what I see is if I connect this side with this here, so this would be my first right triangle. I can actually draw it out down here so that you can actually see all the numbers there. This is my first one. Is there any other right triangle we see? Yes, we do. If you look at the other ship, so this would be my other triangle. So I'm just going to draw it out here. Now let's try labeling all sides we know in these triangles. So if I look at my first, the bigger triangle, so I see the angle is 4 degrees. And okay, since this whole height is 350, so I would assume this side would also be 350, which is this side on these two triangles. Okay. Okay, if this is 4 degree here, for this smaller triangle, this angle is 6.5. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try solving for this distance here. So let's just label this one as x, and I'm just gonna say this is x dash. So basically it's setting up a trig function and then just solve for that length. Okay, so let's just say if I'm looking at this angle and this is the opposite side, and the side I'm solving for is the adjacent side. So it means I can use tangent here. So I have tangent of 6.5, and it's equal to 350 over x. Okay, now pretty much it's just normal algebraic equation. So what I need to do is I need to type in the number and find the answer. So basically, first thing you could do is you could just do cross product, and I know later on this is going to be 350 divided by tangent of 6.5. So let's just type it in. So I see 350 divided by, where is tangent? Got it. And here you go. So I ended up getting 3071.91. All right, that's what I have for the first triangle. Let's do the same thing for the second one. So let's set it up again. This side is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side. Again, I got to use tangent of 4 degrees. 350 over x. Do cross product, simplify. So let's type it in. 350 divided by tangent 4 degrees, so I have 5005.23. So finally I know this entire distance, which is going to be same distance as down here, isn't it? This entire distance is 5005.23. And for the first one, first triangle is, let me pick a different color. So this distance, which we already solved by using the first triangle, I have 3071.9. So in order to find this distance here, you just have to find the difference between these two numbers. So let's do that. So 5005.23 minus 3071.9, and I have 1933. So my answer is, and yeah, this is pretty much all. So yeah, if you have any questions, just comment and then I'll answer that question. Or yeah, this is pretty much all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, guys.